Good afternoon. Welcome. Bienvenidos. Please stand if able and remain standing for the national anthem. Please be seated. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for our 59th commencement. My name is Jack Kahn, and I have the honor of serving as the president of Shoreline Community College. I'd like to start the ceremony with the college's land acknowledgement. Shoreline Community College acknowledges that we occupy the ancestral lands of the Coast Salish peoples, in particular the Duwamish tribe. We see you, respect your right to sovereignty and self-determination, and are committed to being better listeners, learners, and in lifting Indigenous voices. The college grounds served as a special place for gathering traditional foods in ways that increase the bounty of the land by both the Duwamish and the Suquamish tribes. The Suquamish used these lands with agreements by the Duwamish. Without the Duwamish and Suquamish nations protecting and honoring all living and spiritual beings residing in these environments, the land would not be as bountiful as it is today. We are called to continue that stewardship as we write the next chapter of our college. For our safety announcements, in the event of an emergency, we ask that you evacuate to the nearest exit. The front half of the gym exits through the north doors behind me, and the south end of the gym exits out the main doors, which is where you entered the gym. We also ask that you refrain from standing in the back of the gymnasium, as this is emergency pathway and must remain clear. Members of our Board of Trustees devote countless hours to their responsibilities as trustees. Shoreline Community College's board is comprised of the following trustees. The first four are not here in presence, but certainly applause, I'm sure, would be appreciated for them if they're watching from afar. Trustee and Board Chair Kim Wells. Trustee and Board Vice Chair Rebecca Chan. Trustee Tom Lux, Trustee Eben Poby, and Trustee Rebecca Ringer, who's here on the stage with us today. We thank our trustees for their unwavering belief in our faculty, staff, and students. Their leadership helps guide the great work we do in support of each other and the students we teach and serve each day. I've had the pleasure of working with this board for just about a year, and they have been really wonderful and supportive of our students, staff, and faculty. So Trustee Ringer recently retired after a 35-year career as a prominent trial lawyer. Prior to her Pacific Northwest law career, she practiced law on the East Coast for several years. She graduated with honors from the University of Kansas and later attended Cornell University School of Law. She enjoys time, volunteering and playing tennis. Please join me in welcoming Trustee Ringer to the podium.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Shoreline Community College, I'm so pleased to welcome all of you to this incredibly special occasion. To the graduates, you've put in years of challenging work and dedication, and I hope you can feel the pride in this room for your accomplishments. Pride from the trustees, from the faculty and staff, and pride from your families and friends. Thank you for being a part of Shoreline Community College and contributing to making this community a vibrant one. Look forward to your new beginnings and keep growing. As legendary guitarist B.B. King said, the beautiful thing about learning is nobody can take it away from you. Congratulations, class of 2023. We wish you all the best.
Thank you, Trustee Ringer. And it is my pleasure to now introduce Acting Vice President Lucas Rux.
Thank you, President Kahn. Again, my name is Lucas Rux. I'm currently serving as the Vice President for Instruction. I get to share a little bit starting off about our ceremony, some of the ins and outs of that. You may have wondered about the banners that were carried in by faculty members Dr. Crystal Hess and Tristine Tonbinchun. Known as gonfalons, the tradition of these banners date back to ancient Roman times. These banners proclaim the values that ground us as we move through life. One banner represents the illumination and enlightenment that result when a hand holds high the lamp of learning. The other banner depicts symbols of a college education at Shoreline. The open book represents the humanities and social sciences. The symbol of the atom represents the sciences and the professional technical programs. The cross, scrolls, and cap symbolize this special occasion. At this time, we would like to recognize the faculty of Shoreline Community College. Hundreds of full-time and part-time professionals have dedicated themselves to your education. I invite all of our faculty to stand if able and be recognized. Thank you. As many of you graduates also know, there are many behind the scenes working tirelessly to support your efforts. Our staff, our administrators, some of those are frontline. But at this time, I would also like to recognize the Shoreline Community College staff and administrators who work to ensure that operations at the college run smoothly, as well as support our faculty. I invite staff and administrators to stand if able and also be recognized. Thank you. Nawan Kathy Dunlap, originally from Uganda, has been an African dance trainer and performing artist in the famous dance troupe in Uganda called Nadir Cultural Troupe, and known as Uganda's cultural ambassadors representing all cultures. The troupe traveled to different continents of the world representing Uganda in many world exhibitions and tourism expos. Kathy joined Shoreline in winter 2021, majoring in international global studies, working at the Multicultural Center as a project assistant and representative of the African Students Club, building a community of African students from scratch to a big, powerful team that has been running fully all of this year. The club shares African culture with the students by teaching a series of African dances to all students, performing for the campus and events, and has won 3 awards as cultural ambassadors and an Excellence in Advocacy Award. Kathy is currently a board member of Diversity, Equity, Inclusion at the college and is also one of the recipients of this year's Student Service Award, where her name will be added to a permanent plaque in the Student Life Office. Please join me in welcoming our student speaker, Nawan Kathy Dunlap, to the podium.
Our dear President Jack Kahn, Vice President Lucas Rux, our Board of Trustees, Vice Chair Rebecca Chan, partnership with all partners around. I thank you for coming here today, for being part of us and making this a wonderful thing to celebrate as an achievement in our lives today. I am Nawan Kathy Dunlap, originally from Uganda. I have been one of the cultural ambassadors back home and performed for over 13 years representing my country back home, traveling across the globe, China, and every other continent. I thank this opportunity that an American married me, and that's how I immigrated to this country with 2 beautiful children right now. Joining Shoreline, it has been something else as I came as a mother, a new African woman, Black as I am, to be one of the students in this college. I was just tired of sitting being a mom, and it was time for me to major in my career, which I knew I would change lives, speak out for the voiceless, stand up and create community and well-being of every human around me. I've been working at the Multicultural Center as a project assistant. At first, I started as a peer navigator, but got promoted as a peer assistant, program assistant, and it has been well. I do appreciate taking this opportunity to really thank our college that turned to be home for most of us, international students, immigrant students who have no parents, but just alone on their own, struggling, fearing, with all the fears they create, the surrounding creates. Racism going on as a person of color. It is a lot of things to take in, but this college has been my home. There was no one, but this college made staff members as part of me, made students as part of my friends, faculty members, the president, and we had it all. And thank you, Shoreline Community College. I have you at heart. I do take this opportunity to thank the foundation and the team. Simaroli Michelle and the team members have been so grateful. We really thank you during the pandemic. I think some of us are the pandemic team. I joined here with no support from no parent to be in school, but due to the support we have at the foundation and financial aid and every other thing, every one of us was in class and we couldn't drop out. Really for this, I give big gratitude to this. To the faculty, we have so far had the best supporting team of faculty members at our college who listen to students and give all help they can. Despite office time, some have always worked past their times. To the advising, you are such angels. Sani Yabar, I give you my heartfelt gratitude. You've been there, even past midnight, still emailing me in person when I was falling down. I told you I had no one, and I'm sure most other students who have no one got the same support they needed. Thank you to them. Thank you to the Career Center too. Thank you to Professor Duval, who has really been an advisor and a mother of the African Students Club. I really do appreciate her strength. She's all we got like a mommy. And I take this opportunity to introduce her, staying seated there, representing my absent parents right now. So I'm the daughter of Duval right now. Thank you, ma'am. I kneel down for all the parents in my culture, giving gratitude. In the Ugandan culture, in my language, I say Mata, to mean peace be with you. And I take this opportunity to kneel down in the African way to give you a thanks. To another professor, Esquabel. She was one multicultural studies teacher that when I first got to Shoreline, there was a lot of things going on with people of color. I felt so bad that I got fear of racism. And I kept telling my husband, who is white, and told him, I'd rather go back home. I was fearing, but that was my first class. And Escobel, I remember her saying, no child is born a racist. These are things that happen from different families. We people of color need to speak up. When we have white friends who have said something we feel has hurt us, we need to speak up. Tell your friend, I feel it's kind of weird, and don't do this. And they will open up and apologize. Until we speak up, we won't get the answers. And for that, she gave me answers because I was undergoing depression, thinking of migrating back to Uganda and leaving my husband and children here. But because of Escobel, I got the courage to stand. And in our class, I remember the book, I bought it and it gave me answers. And I know how to deal with it if it came my way. And I'm strong as a new American and not Ugandan only. Thank you, Professor Duval. Thank you, Professor Escobel. To the Multicultural Center, I have no words to say thank you to you. Jamie has been one great mentor I have ever seen in life. Thank you, sir, for acknowledging our strength and my strength in particular, and giving me a chance to represent students of color in the DI board advisory team. Still giving me a chance to meet our great Melanie that has been strongly giving me advice that gave me more strength to believe in myself. She said, Kathy, you got this. I have grown through your leadership, Jamie, and met several important people like our president, including Ebert, student supporter. Thank you, sir, for the wonderful thing you gave us. This college needs you. To all our dear students, take a chance to appreciate yourselves for the great work done. Keep going. Do not stop. Come back home to Shoreline to support through partnership and many platforms to help our community grow, develop for our future generation. I encourage students to come back home one day here to give support through the foundation to help many more students, just like it did for us. I am currently giving back support to my former community in Uganda and schools and colleges that I graduated in. Through my nonprofit called Ubuntu Matter Uganda, my contribution directly to schools and sponsoring with the little money I make here, 35 students in college right now in Uganda. I have already set up my goal to partner with our college as an international student recruiter and bring many African students from all parts of Africa to this college, and will come and teach African history one day in Shoreline Community College. I believe that if I can do this, then you, my fellow students, can do it better than me. Congratulations. Thank you so much. And it's time for you to celebrate. Thank you. May God bless you all.
Thank you. And again, congratulations. Dr. Ernest Johnson is a retiring professor of multicultural studies in the Equity and Social Justice Department at Shoreline Community College and adjunct faculty in the American Ethnic Studies Department at the University of Washington. He earned his PhD from the University of Washington Department of Linguistics and Master of Arts from the University of Khartoum's Institute of African and Asian Studies. He has taught and lectured at over a dozen community colleges and universities over the past 40 years in various subjects ranging from ethnic studies, English as a second language, multicultural studies, Black studies, African culture, sociolinguistics, religious fundamentalism, and African American history. He has advised several student clubs and is a founding partner of a consulting business with an emphasis on increasing the ability of hiring committees to hire employees who are equity-minded and culturally competent. I would also add, he has been so helpful to me here in my time at Shoreline. I really appreciate Dr. Johnson. Please join me in welcoming faculty speaker, Dr. Ernest Johnson to the podium.
Some, let me say, this is a little low for me. There, better. Just welcome to all the family here supporting the students. And you students, congratulations on what you've achieved. This is, as my grandmother said to me when I took my first step as an undergraduate, this is the first rung on the ladder, and you need to keep climbing. And as you climb, pull people with you as you go. Huh? This time that I have here is short, and so I want to share with you a couple of things. One, I got my master's degree in Sudan, and Sudan is in the news right now. Yeah. And when I returned to the University of Washington, they didn't want to recognize the degree. And I insisted that they read my master's. And once they read it, they recognized it. And I'm speaking to what Kathy said, we have to speak up. When people underestimate you because of your packaging, right? Don't take it personal. That's not your issue, that's their issue, right? Understand when you put in work, when you have educated yourself, then you carry that with you and don't let anybody belittle it or take it from you. That's one thing. The other thing is on a happier note, Sudan, I was in Khartoum. Khartoum is where the White Nile coming from Uganda meets the Blue Nile coming from Ethiopia and forms the River Nile, one of the few rivers that flows north into the Mediterranean. And that's where I studied. And when I was there, I met a Sufi teacher. Sufi is a progressive Muslim. And I thought I would study with him for 3 years, and 3 years turned into 9 years. While I was there studying with him, I got my master's in the University of Khartoum. But what I really learned when I was in Sudan was this word, and I think it was something Kathy said as well, Ubuntu. I am because you are because I am. That notion that we're mutually interconnected and that each of us is important, and it's important for each of us as we move to also concern ourselves about those who don't have the privilege of a higher education. That means sometimes we have to be patient. Sometimes people are not going to see the world the same way that you see it, but everybody's perspective is valid. Everybody needs to be honored no matter what their educational background is. In fact, I think there's an education, there's a word in Arabic, talim, and another word, terbiya, for education. One comes from knowledge, gaining knowledge, as we do in institutions. The other comes from training. So not just learning knowledge that's going to help you make a living, but having the proper training that's going to teach you how to live as you move towards making that living. That's critically important for this generation. There's so many problems out there to solve in so little time. And so I'm wishing you all the best in this journey. Hold your heads high and be the change that you want to see in the world. That's all I can say. Be that change. We need a peaceful world. We've got to become more peaceful people. We need a more just and equitable world, but that means that we have to inculcate those qualities within ourselves. And with that, my time is up. And I would just like to say again, congratulations to you all.
At this time, I would like to share with you some of our students' perspectives of their time at Shoreline. Please join me in watching this short video.
A positive memory that I have at Shoreline is being able to be a part of student life. I got to meet many friends and make lifelong memories with them.
I guess Shoreline is where I have a lot of my first time. It's my first time job, my first time being in a big group activities like being as ASG and ASL. And it's like being represent the student body on campus and being able to meet a lot of new people.
As the editor-in-chief of the Ebb Tide, I've had so much wonderful experience talking to people and talking to people about their writing and their experience. And I'm going to take that very multifaceted skill everywhere I go.
I guess it was really nice to just have someone skilled in an area which I'm not that skilled in, teaching me the skills that I need to learn. Made me feel, I guess, valued. I guess that's why I like it.
Something I enjoyed about Shoreline was definitely the community aspect. And whether that's with friends, associates, teachers, I mean, just getting that one-on-one personal connection with everybody you meet.
In my experience being a student leader and also working with other members and my supervisors has been a really great opportunity for me, both in my career goals, my academic goals, and also personally.
I have very fond memories of getting involved, having a lot of connections and making plans with people for events such as in the Honors Student Council and for ASG.
Shoreline gave me a lot of new opportunities that I did not think I would actually get. I got to be a student leader, be a part of club, and be on the committee of the club, and like just get involved in a lot of activities that keep me busy.
Actually meeting all my cool friends and having fun with professors and getting to learn a lot about the film industry.
So being able to take some general education classes like communication, multiculturalism, or even philosophy helped me understand psychology, understand human reasoning.
Probably how professors, how nice they are, and they actively reach out to you.
One of the things I'm pretty proud of is that I had this opportunity to serve as a vice president of the Associated Student Government. A friend and I actually started a dance club here on campus. It's called Pop Dance Society. I also started a Mahjong club.
I stepped out of my comfort zone and I've learned to really just speak out of my thoughts because that is exactly what my role is about. And so now I am able to be confident, not only in making friends, but also just advocating for those that I call my friends.
Sometimes we feel you're really too hard, but I still now thank you that you were really hard to certain limits because it created the better me right now versus the different person who I was before I came to this college.
Right. The end of the academic year not only provides us with an opportunity to celebrate our graduates, but also recognize the contributions of faculty members who are retiring after years of service to the college. Each year, several of our retiring tenured faculty are awarded Professor Emeritus status to mark their distinguished service at Shoreline. Each of the following faculty members have earned the title of Professor Emeritus in recognition of their money contributions to student learning. To our newly awarded Professors Emeriti who are here, please proceed to the stage as I call your name and remain on the stage so we can recognize all of you. So we first have Rosie Bellert with 48 years of service. Is Rosie here for this? No, Rosie. All right, we have Brad Fader with 10 years of service. Brad Fader. Mark Hankins, 32 years of service. All right. Come on up, Mark. We have Dr. Mimi Harvey with 15 years of service. Come on up. You all already know Dr. Ernest Johnson, who has 25 years of service. We have Tim Payne with 36 years of service. I don't think he's here. Doug Reed with 35 years of service. And Terry Taylor with 26 years of service. Terry was here this morning. We would also like to recognize Dr. Dina Kovarik, who attained 8 years of service and was awarded Professor Emeritus status posthumously. So these 9 newly awarded Professor Emeriti, have an incredible, I'm glad you're all sitting down for this, 235 years of collective distinguished service to Shoreline Community College. Amazing. And as I mentioned this morning, they believe they are retiring, but we intend to keep connecting with them, whether through the classroom or through other community building projects, so we can continue to collaborate utilizing their wisdom. So they are retiring. I understand that. We're still gonna work on connecting them. All right. Let me hand it back to our Vice President, Lucas Rux.
Each year, Shoreline Community College recognizes students who have earned the respect of peers and employees based on their exemplary service to the college. Would the following students please stand if here and able? Nam Fong, Charlize Halim, Kai Hinch, and Nawan Catherine Dunlap. These students have distinguished themselves by helping their fellow students and others in the communities the college serves and supports. Thank you for your service to Shoreline and to our diverse communities.
All right. It has become a traditional part of our commencement to share the makeup of the graduating class. So let's find out a little bit more about our candidates. This class represents over 3 generations, which adds to the Shoreline experience. So let's start with, would the class of 2023 please stand if able? All right. They didn't realize there was going to be a little gymnastics today, so bear with me. If you are 18 years or younger, please be seated. 18 years or younger. If you are between 19 and 49 years old, please be seated. 19 to 49. And you're already doing what I was going to ask, which is if you are 50 or older, please remain standing, and maybe applause one more time for this group. Thank you. You may be seated. We wanted to recognize these candidates and all of our candidates because pursuing your dreams, whatever your age, takes courage and commitment. You may be seated. Will those candidates who have served our country in the military, either before or during their time at Shoreline, please stand if able? Boy, no one in that category for this one. Okay. Will those receiving a diploma, certificate, or degree today please stand if able? That certainly makes sense. Okay, thank you. You may be seated. We're not done, so don't get too excited. It is my pleasure to recognize our graduates who have attained exemplary scholastic achievement, graduating with a grade point of 3.9 or higher. These individuals are known as President's Scholars, and their names are listed in the program. Please stand if able, if you attained a 3.9 GPA or higher. Amazing. Thank you. You may all be seated. Would the graduates of the Honors College at Shoreline please stand if able and be recognized? These students have completed challenging coursework and a supportive learning community. Do we have any honors students in this group? Okay, they were all here this morning. Oh, we do have one. Thank you. Hey, yeah, there they are. Honor. Thank you. You may be seated. To the parents, relatives, friends, and mentors who have provided extraordinary help and support, please stand if able so we can show our appreciation to you in the stands and recognize all you've done to help these candidates transform their lives. A heartfelt thank you to you. Please stand. Friends, relatives, mentors. Thank you. You may be seated. And thank you all for helping us take this special look at Shoreline's 2023 graduating class. All right. Now, one more time to all of our degree and certificate candidates, please rise if able. That's all of you. Subject to the completion of all requirements as prescribed by the faculty of Shoreline Community College and the regulations of the state of Washington, I present these candidates for the awarding of degrees and certificates. Now, we're going to be going through the part you've all been waiting for here. We understand that family and friends will be interested in taking pictures of your graduate. If you wish to take photographs, please stand outside the stanchions to allow the graduates to pass after receiving their certificates and/or degrees. Professional photographers will take photos of students as they walk toward the stage as well as on the stage. Graduates, please be seated now, and the marshals will call you to the stage by row. And Trustee Ringer will also assist in presenting the certificates and degrees. Here we go.
Anthony Avila. Santiago Moreno Nino. Madison Johnson. Saturday. Judah Baldwin. Victoria Prado. Marisol Rodriguez. Jessica Morris. Lucia Elizabeth Hernandez Rivas.
Chisam Obianzi. Agnes Wanjiku. David Antwi. Natasha Seelbach. Diana Kravitz. Ryland Shannon. Seth Flynn. Alec Maxfield. Tom Rankin. Anthony O'Hara.
Brianna Henderson Hatfield. Cooper Brown. Christian Navarro. Eduardo Andres Barriga Mendoza. Kibram Michael Shakati. Sonu Singh. Second degree. Emily Bergevin. Justin Booch. Clancy Elkins. Sure.
Ty Esperanza. Ivy Gillum. Yolanda Gallery. Mayanisa Thomas. Eugenia Baltazar Atoyama. Hold on. I'm sorry. Joel Roberts. Vin Bui. Francis Connor. Jeffrey Smith. Eduardo Azcarate. Asma Albacucci. Elizabeth Culver. Maya Muniz.
Sam Rosen. Farzana B. Anita Anatolievna Yeremenko. Skylar Thomas. Barrett Kapovich. Irene Liu. Samuel George. Haben Hailey Lassie. Toby Kalipes. David Ortiz. Sure. Yadi Cano.
Bethany Smith. Keisha Paler, DeParcia, excuse me. Keisha Razan. Luz Lucambra. Danielle Baker. Mylin Love. Tiga Lima. Bradley Bowles. Annabelle Pucci. Eric Petty. Timothy Dozier. Guru Sidhu, great, all right. Guru Sidhu. Kathy Nawani Dunlap. Here we go.
And now the moment we've all been waiting for. To our candidates for graduation, please rise if able. And Kathy, would you come forward and help us with this important tradition, please? All right. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and the employees at Shoreline Community College, we hereby confer the appropriate recognition for your academic achievement. You may now move the tassel on your mortarboard from right to left. Signifying your commencement. Congratulations, graduates. You may now be seated. I don't know about you all, but I'm getting goosebumps from this. So moving. Thank you so much, everybody, for attending Shoreline's annual commencement exercise. Now, you'll notice that the recessional is in the opposite order of the processional. This symbolizes the change in the status of these graduates. The faculty and staff surrounded them during the ceremony, signifying the care they were given. Now the stage party, faculty, and staff precede the graduates, indicating our support as they begin their voyage of discovery. Congratulations to the Shoreline Community College class of 2023. To the audience, please remain in the stands until the stage party, faculty, staff, and graduates have exited the building, and we'll see you outside.